to the mini story for
the race.
the race. Let's get started. It was 5 o'clock, and Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was Alan riding his motorcycle?
At 5 o'clock, Alan riding his motorcycle.
At 5 o'clock, right?
Yes.
At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Was Alan riding his car?
No. Alan wasn't
Or was
riding his
Alan
car.
riding his motorcycle?
Alan riding his motorcycle.
Well, of course, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Where was Alan riding his motorcycle?
In San Francisco.
In San Francisco.
Yes.
Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was he riding?
Alan riding
at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. He was riding down Van Ness Street and came to a stoplight. Who was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alan was riding down
Alan.
Van Ness Street.
Alan was riding down Van Ness Street. What was he riding on?
He was riding on his motorcycle.
On a motorcycle. He was riding on his motorcycle. Was he riding down Market Street?
No. He wasn't riding down
No,
Market Street.
not Market Street. He wasn't riding down Market Street. Was he riding down Lombard Street?
No, he wasn't riding down
No,
Lombard Street.
he wasn't riding down Lombard Street. He was riding down Van Ness Street. When? When was he riding down Van Ness Street?
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, he was riding down Van Ness Street. Who was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alan was
at 5
riding
o'clock.
down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock.
Alan.
Yes.
Alan was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock. Was he in a truck?
No, he wasn't in the truck.
No, he wasn't in a truck. He was on his motorcycle. And he came to a stoplight. Did Alan come to a go light?
No, he never came to a go
No.
light.
He didn't come to a go light. He came to a stop light. We never say go light. We only say stop light. Who came to a stoplight?
Alan came to a stoplight.
Alan, of course.
Yes.
Alan came to a stoplight. What was he on when he came
He was
to a
on
stoplight?
his motorcycle, and he came to a
A
stoplight.
motorcycle. He was on a motorcycle when he came to a stoplight. Where was the stoplight?
Stoplight.
Well, on Van Ness Street. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Was the stoplight on Embarcadero Street?
No.
Or was the stoplight on Van
on
Ness
Van Ness
Street?
Street.
Van Ness, of course, Van Ness. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Who was at the stoplight?
Alan.
Alan was at the stoplight. Which city was Alan in?
In
In San Francisco, of
San
course.
Francisco. Yes.
Alan was in San Francisco. Where is Van Ness?
Van Ness Street is in San Francisco.
Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Of course.
Yes,
Van Ness
of
Street
course.
is in San Francisco. Is Van Ness Street in New York? Or is Van Ness Street in San Francisco?
Van Ness Street is in
Well, of
San
course,
Francisco.
Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Where was Alan riding?
Alan riding his motorcycle.
Oh, he was riding on Van Ness Street in San Francisco. And he came to a stoplight. A red Ferrari pulled up next to him. Did the red Ferrari pull up behind him?
No, behind him.
No, not behind him. The red
him.
Ferrari pulled up next to him. What pulled up next to Alan?
A red
Ferrari.
Pull up
A red
next to
Ferrari
Alan.
pulled up next to Alan. Did Alan pull up next to a red Ferrari?
No. A red Ferrari pull up.
No.
next to
Alan didn't pull up next to a red Ferrari. A red Ferrari pulled up next to him. Where did the red Ferrari pull up next to Alan? At a stoplight on Van Ness Street. At a stoplight on Van Ness Street, a red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Was Alan in a red Ferrari?
A red Ferrari pull up.
No. Alan wasn't in a red Ferrari. He was on a motorcycle. Alan was on a motorcycle. What did the red Ferrari do?
A red Ferrari pull up next to Alan.